look a little bit different than normal. Today, if you've read the title already, I'm playing with all of these beauties from Mitchell's brand Made by Mitchell. I've got some blushes as well as palettes. These are what the Blurshes look like. They come in a little box. What's really cool is the actual logo on the front matches the shade that's inside of it. So this one specifically is the red shade. I'll try and open the lid. As you can see, his little M logo is in there. And oh, just look at that. I've got 3 of them with me. I've got bright orange, bright red, bright pink. So the orange is the shade Mango Daiquiri. This I'm going to be saving for another video and I'll explain in a minute. These 2 I'm going to be using today. This is the shade Where's the SPF? And this shade here is Sweet Cheeks. These 2 I'm going to be actually pairing with the eyeshadow palette Head in the Clouds, as Mitchell himself did a actual look with this palette that I really liked the actual look of, and I wanted to recreate with my own little flair. I'm going to probably use the same shades as him, but I might do a little bit different. I'll see what happens. But this is the look itself that I'm going to be copying or recreating from this palette. It uses the 2 blushes that I just showed, or at least it uses the pink blush, but I want to recreate it and I use the red and pink on both sides, and then I want to use this beauty. Without further ado, the insides. Oh, that beauty. So these colours are absolutely stunning. 25 pans of beautifulness. This is the actual slip that comes inside of it. It's got his little logo with the clouds. But first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I've actually done face makeup. I've purposely powdered one side and non-powdered the other because I usually use powders with my blushes. So what I'm quickly going to do is just do the smallest little bit of contouring with my Hourglass ambient lighting powder. This is in dim light. I just use my StarGem Cosmetics crystalline brush. I just wiggle it a little bit in the pan. I'm just going to do the smallest little bit of carving because the blush itself is going to be the star of the show today, so I don't need a lot of contouring, but this just gives enough of shape and dimension for me to follow along with the blush. This side here I have powdered. Well, this side I've only powdered the under eyes because I usually use cream blushes on a powdered base, as the blush that I usually use is this Mecca Max blush stick, but I want to try it both ways, so on an unpowdered and a powdered base. You can already see that the contour is a little bit stronger on this side because this side's powdered while this side isn't. It's okay with me. I'm going to use this brush. This is my Wet n Wild blush brush. First going to go in with the shade Sweet Cheeks. Oh, it's like a little lip applicator. I am going to first dot that. I'm going to do dot, dot, dot. I'll first do it on the powdered side, and then just above where I've just done those 3 dots of the Sweet Cheeks, I'm going to go in with Where's the SPF and do the smallest dab. I'm going to do the smallest dab of that in there. So I'm going to get a bit of a ombre of blush. Like I said, I'm going to go in with this. This is on the powdered side, so we'll see if this affects the actual base at all or if it doesn't want to play. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't want to play on powdered because I'll get up close, it's kind of pulled where the foundation is. That is okay. That's why I did this experiment. Blush itself is quite pretty. This red especially is sticking in this spot, so that's a bust, that's fine. I'm gonna now try it on the side that I haven't powdered, see what that's like. 1, 2, 3, whoop. Same like what I did on the other side. I'm gonna use the exact same brush, and like I said, this side is unpowdered, so this should play nice. Oh yeah, much more. Okay, so this definitely is one of those blushes that you need to use it on an unpowdered base. It is disturbing the foundation a little bit, but that could also just be this brush not liking this product. I haven't had any issues with my foundation being disturbed when I've used this brush with my other blushes before, but I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's kind of disrupted foundation a little bit throughout here, but it's nowhere near as bad as what it's done on this side. On the unpowdered side, it's left a slight pink blotch, So I think this might be a type of product that you need to actually apply on the brush itself rather than on the face. I'm not sure. It definitely has done something to my foundation, especially. Don't know. This is a product, this is a new type of product for me. I have not tried this type of product before. So it definitely is a, have to play with it and see what it's doing. This is just a first impressions. But I'm gonna try now putting a little bit of just the pink at first on the actual, I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. I've put one little dollop, one little smear, one little dollop, one little smear. That is just the pink shade, and I'm gonna go in with that on the, just the brush straight up and just bounce that on my face. Let's see if that has a difference. I'm gonna put it on the nose. So I've applied it on the nose, and while it isn't as bad as what it done on the cheeks itself, it definitely has disturbed a little bit more so on the side where I powdered compared to the side that I didn't powder. But turn that light down again so you can see a bit of the texture a bit better on the nose, so you can kind of see it. But I do quite like how it looks though. It is very pretty. I want to try it as well. I'm going to get the smallest little bit on my finger. I'm going to use my ring finger, and I want to try that because I sometimes also like to do some blush on the chin area. So with the finger, it definitely doesn't seem to disturb it as much as a brush. Maybe I'll try it up on my head with a different brush. It's a bit more subtle on my chin compared to the rest of my face. I want to try, I've also got these brushes. This is a similar one to what I used to contour with. This brush I do use to apply some blushes with, so I do want to try that as well. I'm going to, again, apply the smallest little bit of the pink one back of my hand. I'm just going to, on the pointed edge, I'm just going to bat, so it's a little bit more in the brush. And I'm first going to go around the perimeter. Usually I can use this brush with my contour and do similar type thing, and as well as with my other lip or cream blush, and it doesn't have issues. It's causing, I think, the littlest bit of product breakdown. I don't know, definitely is a product that I'll have to play with, because I'm not mad with how this side looks, other than just like the littlest bit of where the foundation is broken down. That could also be user error. I definitely want to a littlest bit more of the red. Littlest bit up here, definitely putting it up here. Mind you, I could have just been me swelling it up, just then has broken down the foundation a bit. But it's strange, it's like broken down but still looks pretty, but then there's like little patches of a bit more pigment than other spots. Just little spots. I think I just have to pat some of it out with my fingers compared to using the brush. Still not sure how I would actually tackle this product just yet. This side is quite pretty. I'll turn down the lighting a bit more so you can see. Hopefully you can see what I mean where it's breaking up product a bit. I'm going to call that a I'm going to probably just stick with doing the eye look on this side. I'm going to do the littlest bit of highlighter, and then I'm going to start doing things. So I'm going to go in with this highlighter from StarGem Cosmetics. This is in the shade Goat. Comes in cute little packaging. I'm going to use that as my highlighter, and I'll use it on both sides because I love me a highlighter. Heavily packed on the shit side. I mean, the highlighter kind of saves the texture. This side, which is the much more like, okay, I like this side, I'm gonna try to be a bit more strategic with the placement of it. But it's okay because this is a Mitchell type look and he is a bit more out there, and I don't mind if it doesn't look so realistic and natural. Pretty to me. I'm quite happy with that. So definitely would go with this again on without setting the base. Probably do this as a step just before you set everything, which some people do. I usually set everything, and then like I said, my other cream blush stick, I had no issues actually applying that over the top of my setting powder and using those same brushes, and it doesn't cause disruption to this same level. But that could also just be a me thing, new learning curve, new for a new product. It does look pretty though. So like I said, going to attempt this look. Going in with this palette first, UT. That I'm going to keep on the side. I'm first going to go in with my Gerard Cosmetics eye primer. I'm going to use, this is a bit of an old fluffy, oh that's the wrong one. Don't want to use that one for this product. Going to go in with this old brush and use my eye primer. He first goes in with the eyeshadow shade Night Nympho. So Night Nympho is this pretty shade here. So I'm just packing that on the end of my brush. Well, holy crap, holy Joe. Because I'm trying to keep as close to what he's doing as possible in shape-wise and such. I'll probably, like I said, do my own flair, but I want to try and keep it as close to what he was doing as possible. So now I know for his look, he doesn't bring the pink down because he leaves that open for the neon yellow that he uses later. But I remember he uses a similar type brush but smaller. So I'm going to go in with my smallest one. And he goes in with the eyeshadow shade Lucid, which is this bright pinkish purple right here. And he's going to wing out but he kind of leaves the bottom of it open because he leaves that blank and fills that in with the eyeliner. These colours, typically I've used similar tones before, but they've never blended like this so quickly. Now I'm going to grab a bit more of Lucid. I remember he blends it a bit further up in here with more of the pink as well. So, I mean, he also has eyebrows, I don't, so eyebrows do change it up a bit. I love that. I don't know what brush I want to use for this. What I first used, because it's a quite nice packer, and you now go in bright orange up the top here. And I'm just going to go in with little fluffy packing brush. And that goes all on the lid itself. This is kind of like the orange tone that Jeffree's Conspiracy palette with the shade that's supposed to be like cheese dust. But this does it without it being shitty and powdery. Now he gets a similar little brush like this and he goes in with the shade... Oh no, I first need to deepen that slight little outer corner of the purple, or with the orange with purple of all things. He uses this shade called Perps and Caicos, but he uses the purple to deepen the orange.
Like as in Turks and Caicos?
I don't know. It could be Caicos. I don't know. Now that that's all done, I'm going to try and go in with this neon yellow shade that's in here called UFO. Now, he didn't do it, but there is a really pretty yellow shimmer in this palette, and I kind of want to put that in here. Like, amplify it to 11. This is just bright. My lord, I haven't been this bright in a while. This yellow up here is a shimmer. Oh, shimmer. Shimmer. I can't English. Shimmer, not shimmo. It is a beautiful shimmer called Better Days. Spray a little bit of setting spray. I'm gonna be back camera. I'm only gonna do just this one eye because this side of my face was kind of a bust, but I'm gonna come back with eyeliner done, and then I'm going to use one of the shimmers from this palette as probably an extra highlighter above the brow bone. Add a little bit more on there, maybe go around the yellow. Make this a bit my own. I'm back. Yay! Was only going to do liner, but you know, I decided to also do mascara, which my mascara, as always, that I've been loving lately is the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. And then I used these lashes from an indie brand called MonQ Cosmetics. Faux mink lashes. They are beautiful. That's what I've got, like I said, currently on this side, on the upper lashes. How pretty, how stunning. I'm going to go back in with this palette and use some of the shimmers as a highlight. Holy shit, even though I'm going in very light-handed with my highlighter brush, it's surprisingly pigmented, but it's actually quite pretty. It's like the slightest subtle yellow wash above the pink now. Very acid fairy-like. I'm gonna turn the lights down a little bit for the DSLR. Hello. Fact.
Hello.
The light was not turning down. Hello. Oh. There we go. Can I play with the ISO? Oh yes, I can. There we go. You can at least see the colours of the eyeshadows, how they perform. They are beautiful. I'm really happy with how this performed. I kind of want to see what this shimmer here called Pink Eye. I'm going to put a little bit of that on my highlighter brush. I'm going to put the smallest little bit of it on top of where my original highlighter is. Oh, that's just amplified it. I love, oh, holy crap, holy. I'm now going to do a little bit of a lip. I'm going to go in with this LA Girl lip liner. And I'm going to line my lips. I want to use one of the blushes on the lips because I've seen him do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this Fenty Mademoiselle lipstick. I'm going to fill in the outer, and then on the inner part I'm going to fill in with a little bit of the red blush. Now I'm going to go in with this brush. I'm going to use this kind of flat brush. I'm going to add the littlest bit more on, but oh my god, this is so pretty on the lips too. It's like a blotted lip. So that's pretty much my final, what I'm going to do, at least for this. And I'm very happy with how these eyeshadows performed. This is giving me in all of the Instagram aesthetic makeup, and I live for it. But this is where I'm going to end this video. I'm going to take some photos so I can upload photos of this makeup too, because I want to take some photos with it. Thank you very much for watching. This is my first impressions of, like I said, the Made by Mitchell Head in the Clouds palette and two of the Blurshes, the Where's My SPF and Sweet Cheeks. Next video you'll see that I'll be doing will be using the Feet on the Ground palette with the Mango Daiquiri blush, and I'll probably also incorporate a little bit of the Where's My SPF, the red one, into. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure to remember to leave a like, comment down below and subscribe. Love to you all from Australia. Bye.